Hola, Mr. Lee here. Here's your Khan Academy tutorial for your Parabolas intro. So there's going to be a lot of vocabulary. Once you kind of have your vocabulary established, the problem shouldn't be too hard. So here we have graph a parabola whose vertex is at 3, 5 with a y-intercept at y equals 1. Okay. So your vertex is going to be either the lowest point or the highest point. It depends how your parabola is shaped. Okay. So we want to have a vertex at 3, 5. Let's go ahead and move this vertex point there. And then we're going to move this next point accordingly based off the next piece of information. Okay, but your 3, 5 should be set. Y-intercept at y equals 1. Okay, so let's take this other point. Let's cross the y-axis at 1. Done. So that's the first one. We'll do 2 more here. It says a parabola intersects the x-axis at x equals 3 and x equals 9. What's the coordinate of the parabola's vertex? Okay, so you have an axis of symmetry that goes through the vertex. So that means your vertex, the x-coordinate, has to be in between these 2 points, right? Because of the symmetry. So we just take the average of this. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. You can also just know, oh, 6 is halfway between 3 and 9. So it has to be at 6. Okay? That could be between any 2 points that are on the same horizontal line, right? The x-axis just happens to be the most common horizontal line. Easy to kind of analyze. Okay, we'll do one more here. Graph a parabola whose x-intercepts are at x equals -3 and x equals 5, and whose minimum value is y equals -4. Okay, so they don't give us the vertex directly, but they tell us that the minimum y value is -4. So this should be the y coordinate of our vertex. Okay, so the vertex, I don't know exactly where the x coordinate is, but the minimum is going to be -4. It's going to be somewhere along here. Okay, the way we find the x coordinate is because we know the intercepts are -3 and 5. Right, the x-intercepts are -3 and 5. So if you imagine you have an x-intercept here and an x-intercept here, okay, this is obviously not the graph, but I'm just using this to show the intercepts right now. If you have x-intercept at -3 and 5, halfway in between would be at 1, right? Take the average of -3 and 5. If you add the distance from -3 to 5, that's going to be 8. Cut down half, you get 4, right? So 4 units to the right of -3 gets you to 1. Okay, so halfway in between. So that's how I know the axis of symmetry is going to be right here. And then combining that with the fact that the minimum value is at -4, we have a vertex of 1, -4. Okay? And if you guys see, now that I move the vertex here, it will confirm that we had an x-intercept of -3. I already had this other one at 5, right? So that should be that one. Done.